Listen to me. I have an idea of some kind. Do you remember Shep Huntley? Of course you remember Shep Huntley. I went out with him in college and wore his pin for a while.
Well,
I ran into him last winter. You know I went to Miami during the Christmas holidays?
no.
Well, I did. I took the trip as an investment, thinking I'd meet someone with $1 million.
Did you?
Yes, I ran into Shep Huntley. I ran into him on Biscayne Boulevard on Christmas Eve about dusk, getting into his car, a Cadillac convertible. Must have been a block long.
I should think it would have been inconvenient in traffic.
You heard of oil wells?
Yes, remotely.
He has them all over Texas. Texas is literally spouting gold in his pocket.
My.
You know how indifferent I am to money. I think of money in terms of what it does for you, but he could do it. He could certainly do it.
Do what, Blanche?
Why? Set us up in a shop.
What kind of shop?
Oh, a shop of some kind. He could do it with half of what his wife throws away at the races.
He's married?
Honey, would I be here if the man weren't married? How do I get Western Union? Operator? Western Union?
That's a dial phone, honey.
I can't dial. I'm too...
Just dial O.
Oh?
Yes, O for operator.
Ugh. Give me a pen. Where's a slip of paper? I've got to write it down first. The message, I mean. Let me see now. Darling Shep, sister and I in desperate situation.
I beg your pardon.
Sister and I in desperate situation. We'll explain details later. Would you be interested in... You never get anywhere with direct appeals.
Don't be so ridiculous, darling.
But I'll think of something. I've got to think of something. Don't laugh at me, Stella, please. Please don't. I want you to look at the contents of my purse. Here's what's in it. 65 measly cents in coin of the realm.
Stanley doesn't give me a regular allowance. He likes to pay bills himself, but this morning he gave me $10 to smooth things over. I want you to take half of it. I'll keep the rest.
Oh, no, Stella.
I know how it helps your morale just having a little pocket money on you.
No, thank you. I'll take to the streets.
Talk sense. How did you happen to get so low on funds?
Money just goes. It goes places. Sometime today, I've got to get hold of a bromo.
I'll fix you one now.
Not yet. I've got to keep thinking.
I wish you'd just let things go. At least for a while.
Stella, I can't live with him. You can. He's your husband. But how could I stay here with him after last night with just those curtains between us?
Blanche, you saw him at his worst last night.
On the contrary, I saw him at his best. What such a man has to offer is animal force. And he gave a wonderful exhibition of that. But the only way to live with such a man is to go to bed with him. And that's your job, not mine.
After you've rested a little, you'll see it's going to work out. You don't have to worry about anything while you're here. I mean, expenses.
I have to plan for us both, to get us both out.
You take it for granted that I am in something I want to get out of.
I take it for granted that you still have sufficient memory of Belle Reeves to find this place and these poker players impossible to live with.
Well, you take entirely too much for granted.
I can't believe you're in earnest.
No?
I understand how it happened. A little. You saw him in uniform, an officer, not here, but...
I'm not sure it would have made any difference where I saw him.
Now don't say it was one of those mysterious electric things between people. If you do, I'll laugh in your face.
I'm not going to say anything more at all about it.
All right, then don't.
But there are certain things that happen between a man and woman in the dark. Things that just make everything else seem unimportant.
What you were talking about is brutal desire. Just desire. The name of that rattletrap streetcar that bangs through the quarter, up one old narrow street and down another.
Haven't you ever ridden on that streetcar?
It brought me here, where I'm not wanted and where I'm ashamed to be.
Then don't you think your superior attitude is a little out of place?
I am not being or feeling at all superior, Stella. Believe me, I'm not. It's just this. This is how I look at it. A man like that is someone to go out with. Once, twice, 3 times when the devil is in you. But live with. Have a child by?
I have told you. I love him.
Then I tremble for you. I just tremble for you.
Help! You're trembling if you insist on trembling.